Frozen miracle survival. On a bitterly cold December morning in 1980, a small town in Langby, Minnesota, woke up to temperatures plummeting well below -20 degrees Celsius. The world was silent, wrapped in a thick blanket of snow, with only the occasional creak of frozen trees breaking the stillness. For one local man, the day began with a discovery so chilling that it would leave an indelible mark on his memory and medical history. As he stepped out the back door of his modest home, he noticed something unusual in his neighbor's yard. There, lying lifelessly in the snow, was 19-year-old Jean Hilliard. Her body was stiff and unmoving, encased in what appeared to be a solid block of ice. Jean had spent the entire night in the punishing cold, her face pale and frozen, her limbs rigid and unyielding. Panic coursed through the man as he rushed to her side. Despite her frozen state, he refused to give up on her. Carefully, he carried her to his vehicle, her body so stiff that she didn't bend even as he placed her in the back seat. The drive to the nearest hospital felt endless, every second filled with desperation and dread. When Jean arrived at the emergency room, the sight of her stunned the hospital staff. Her condition defied belief. She was so frozen that needles shattered against her skin when the doctors attempted to administer medication. Her temperature was too low to register on a thermometer, and her pulse was faint to the point of being undetectable. Her eyes were frozen open, her skin ice-cold to the touch, and her joints were immovable. By all medical accounts, Jean Hilliard should not have survived the night. The prognosis was grim. The doctors believed that even if Jean miraculously regained consciousness, her brain would likely be severely damaged from the lack of oxygen and the extreme cold. Worse still, her legs showed signs of advanced frostbite. Amputation seemed inevitable. But then, something extraordinary happened. The medical team wrapped Jean in thermal blankets in a desperate attempt to thaw her body. Hours passed, and hope began to wane. Suddenly, Jean's body convulsed violently. Her frozen frame jerking as life inexplicably began to return to her. Moments later, she took a shallow breath. The room erupted in stunned silence as Jean slowly regained consciousness. To the disbelief of the medical team, Jean not only survived but also defied all expectations. Her brain function remained intact, and while she initially experienced some confusion, her mental faculties were astonishingly sharp. Even more miraculous was the condition of her body. Though frostbite had marked her skin, she showed no severe tissue damage. Over the coming days, her recovery progressed at a pace that baffled even the most seasoned physicians. 49 days later, Jean walked out of the hospital on her own two legs. She bore only a few small scars as a reminder of her harrowing ordeal. Her story, dubbed the Ice Maiden Miracle, became a beacon of hope and an enduring testament to the resilience of the human body and spirit. Decades later, Jean Hilliard's incredible survival continues to capture imaginations and inspire awe. Her case remains one of the most remarkable recoveries ever recorded, a chilling tale of survival against all odds.